Hi, this is Grant Putnam, Putnam Landscape Associates. About 4 o'clock here on Friday. I had a chance to meet with you earlier today. So in regards to the back lawn, like I mentioned, this was never fertilized in the past. Um, there's a lot of weeds. There's really no point in trying to kill the weeds now because you're not going to get any new grass seed to grow back here at this time of the year. So wait until end of August to basically kill everything in the backyard, kill all the vegetation, and then start from scratch. You are going to need some topsoil to fill some of these sinkholes. There's sinkholes throughout the back. Probably consider adding irrigation, adding onto your existing system. You'll need a new irrigation controller. You'll have to run new piping and new valves back here for irrigation. I mentioned when they cut the tree down, make sure they grind the stump 1 foot deep. Okay, so this way you can get some nice lawn growing in there. You've got a few crabapple trees here, one here, one here. Those get apple rust disease, so if you want to prevent that next year, you have to spray them 3 times in the spring with fungicides. All right, there's a massive sinkhole over here. I mean, you would need 10 yards, probably 12 yards of just straight dirt to fill that sinkhole in the future if you wanted to. You got some azaleas and some hydrangeas, seagrass, spirea back in this area. Okay. A lot of ajuga in the lawn, which is another reason why you have to kill everything, because that's very difficult to get rid of. So you got to just wipe everything out and start from scratch in the backyard. That's the other crabapple tree. The hemlocks need to be treated because those get hemlock scale and hemlock woolly adelgid insect. All right, so usually you hit those with a spring systemic and you spray them twice during the, once in the summer, once in the fall to keep the insects off of them. I'd recommend trimming these back this year, cutting these back so you don't lose the lawn because you're going to lose all the sunlight and the lawn's going to keep on deteriorating. So I can recommend someone who has a bucket truck to come through and trim these back. That's a smart move. Basically the same time, whoever's cutting that tree down, you might as well have them trim these at the same time. You get a better deal. Okay. Then you want to look through this tree and clean this tree at the same time as well. Clean any of the broken branches, anything dangerous that could fall. Okay. So you have a lot of existing older shrubs through here. 2 different arborvitaes, which perhaps you could repurpose and transplant because they're going to get huge over time. And this is a Japanese maple, so that's going to grow like 17 feet wide. It's only about 7 feet wide right now. So that should be moved as part of like a landscape design plan in the future. You've got some roses, more spirea, peonies, hosta, salvia, bloodgood maple, large andromeda, mugo pine, that's what that is, dogwood. So kind of our advantage is the fact that we'll do like 50 projects a year where we do design build, and it gives us a lot of expertise in regards to all the different plants and how to take care of them and what's going to look good where and what the mature size is, sunlight conditions. So there's quite a lot that goes involved with thinking about plant design. And the other thing is our competitive advantage is the fact that we have a 4-acre holding yard. So we buy our plants like a nursery rather than a landscaper. We buy our plants directly from southern growers down south, ship them up on tractor trailers. So we're buying them directly from the source rather than a re-wholesaler that's a local nursery. So that's another advantage from a pricing perspective on plants. But going back to maintenance, you can see the front yard they previously did the lawn fertilizing, and I think you have irrigation out here as well. So this should be I would recommend maintaining this year. Wait to do the fall in the back as far as renovations go. But this you definitely want to get right on this right away. Okay. The white birch tree, also known as a Jack Monti birch, that has to be treated systemically the same time the hemlock trees are treated, the same time your boxwood are treated. Okay, and all it takes is the same type of chemical that you basically pump nitrogen and a chemical in the ground next to the tree, which protects it from something called borers insect for that tree. Okay. Again, when the tree company is here, I would clip back this tree further off the house, so it's not touching the house. This big shade tree. Okay. Then you have, you know, a bunch of assorted plants in here. Someone has been spraying for deer in the past, so, you know, we could offer that as a service, or if you want to do that yourself, you could. So that's that. I'm assuming your land, I'm assuming you maintain that patch of lawn in front there next to the street as well. So I'm going to put that as part of my proposal. This is very shady in this area, so it's just going to be more of a mossy area, which I think is fine, but just something to point out. So that's about it. So like I said, we'll follow up with you and contact you in regards to getting the irrigation technician over here to open the system, inspect it, see if there's any issues in regards to your current irrigation system. Then we'll take it from there. Talk to you soon. Thanks.